Musicians approach marketing with this feeling of entitlement and somehow expect fans to give them the action or result they're looking for. And the thing is, this is not how people work, and this is not how marketing works either. Now, instinctually, you know what to say and what to do to get the outcome out of people that you want. And this is called a CTA. So let's open up what CTAs can do for you, coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Okay, so if there's one thing that you need to know when you are getting started with marketing and understanding the power that you have as an artist, it's this. It's that you are the Pied Piper. You play the flute and it sounds sweet and the mice follow to wherever you want them to go. Never forget this. And I think that for a lot of musicians and artists, the problem is you all don't realize that you do play that flute. The mice do follow you, and you have to give them a reason to follow you. And it's not like I haven't said this on the show before, but the thing is, when you forget that if you tell people what you want them to do while they're watching or following you, then they will do it. Everybody won't do it, but you'll get a group of people that will say, hey, I want to do that action. Tell me where I need to go. And they will go where you tell them. All you got to do is tell them. And if you don't tell them for some reason that you think people are just supposed to go listen to your art wherever they're supposed to go listen to it at, they won't do it. You have to keep telling them. So that's what the theme of today's show is about. Let's keep going. So what exactly is a CTA? Well, a CTA is a call to action, and many artists know their first call to action instinctually as listen to my music. See, I told you already knew what it was. So for artists, there are only 4 CTAs you will use in your career 100% of the time. And that's either follow me, sign up, purchase or buy, and that could be listen as well. So purchase, buy, listen, and subscribe could double as that as well. But it's going to be either that. It's either going to be sign up to get some information or something for free, follow me, which is what you're going to do on social media already, or buy, listen, subscribe, something that results in a sale. There's only 3 types of call to actions. I said 4 because subscribe, because anyway, all the fan subscription stuff is coming in, but that's it. So outside of that, now you have to dig into the marketing material itself, and I'll get into that in a minute. But those are the only 4. There's nothing fancy that you need to say. The problem is you aren't saying it. So let's keep going. Now we got to get into the content itself, and value equals action. Value is what gets potential and current fans, followers, and listeners to follow a CTA that you requested. So if we look at our video and advertisement, we've got the material quality and we got what I like to call the spiritual quality, which is the contents inside of the actual content, right? What you do on the video or in the audio. So the material quality is the audio plus the visual, and the spiritual quality is the contents inside. Our goal here is to create value with the content. Now, the content itself can be valuable, but inside that content, your job is to unfold the actual value that will be inside of this thing that you're telling people to get. If people can't see the benefit of listening to your music, dancing to your music, cooking, eating, drinking, whatever, sleeping to your music, if you make calm music for meditation and sleeping and stuff, if they can't see the benefit of that, they're not going to follow through on the CTA that you're going to ask them to do. So our main goal with this CTA is to deliver quality content with that. See what I'm saying? That has value, that uncovers a benefit to actually following through with the CTA. Okay, so let's keep going. Now, how will we use this CTA? CTAs must be verbally said, placed, and or insinuated. They go in these places. They go in the comment section, and this is, you could, depending on whatever, social media platform you're on, it can be the first comment pinned to the top. They go in the description section or the caption section. Again, this depends on wherever you are on social media or what network. Verbally said in the video or in the content, which is something that a lot of artists don't really tend to do. I'm going to jump on that in a minute. And then it can also be placed in the bio of the social media page, which is kind of rare because there's not much space there, but it can be done. I have my call to action listed on my Instagram page. So let's look at how we're going to verbally say this in our videos, right? You can say it by insinuating it, like hint, hint, like, you know where to go get it. You know what I'm saying? Or just, hit the page or whatever, right? You could say things that make people lean into doing that action. Or you can just straight up say it. Hey, go hit the link in my bio, or DM me if you're using ManyChat, DM me to do blah, 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 and I'll get you the link. Stuff like that, right? The thing is, you want to get in the habit of telling people what to do so it becomes second nature. So when you really get that fan base going, you're not afraid to sell yourself, because that's what you're going to be doing all the time, right? So we just don't want to see, oh, that this is a dope performance. No, we're in the process of selling ourselves all the time. When we make content, everything, even if it's not music related content, we're understanding the action of actually putting ourselves and creating awareness for ourselves across all these social media platforms and TV networks, radio networks, whatever level you're at. That's what we're doing. The quicker you get used to that, the easier this is going to be for you, right? To not sit in the bedroom and harp on, I'm going to let the algorithm do what I need it to do for me. Now we want to make our CTA effective. So CTAs should be combined with some type of funnel system and an internal reason as to why you're calling for the action. Okay. If there is no funnel system beyond a CTA, then all of your work will be in vain. Listen to that. Secondly, if you have no overarching reason and goal for the CTA, it will still be in vain. So you want to know the reason why you need the purchase or data so you can level up your operation. Either we're getting this money so we can do this action, or we're getting this data so we can do this action. If that wasn't in our plan in the beginning, then doing the CTA is in vain, because now we got the data and we don't know what to do with it, or now we have the money and we're going to frivolously spend it on stuff that we didn't have set for that money that we would receive. Because maybe you didn't pay people out on their royalties that they were supposed to get on the project. You just took it as yours. You see what I'm saying? So there must always be an overarching goal and a reason and a funnel system for the CTA. Because I can tell you to go do something and in the CTA, and I say, hey, click the link in the description. And I don't tell you what steps you need to take to go get something. Or I make my funnel system so incredibly difficult that when you click the link beneath this video to get a free guide, I take you through 3 different pages. But when you click the link right now, if you just clicked it for a second, it would take you to one page and an email sign up is right there and you get the free product. Very, very simple. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the funnel must be attached to the CTA and ready to go. And you must have the overarching reason and goal for the CTA in the first place, so you know what to do. Okay. And I'll get into a little bit more in a minute, but to clear that up, if you get my free guide, I get your email, your information. I retarget you with these YouTube shows so you can keep coming back, because you might not have subscribed or hit the bell icon or whatever, right? And then you stay informed on what I have. You might forget about me in 3 months, but then you'll see an email and you'll come right back. And I have some people that book a call with me 1 and 2 years after the fact of when they followed the show. And they finally go and get the course when they're ready to get the course. You see what I'm saying? So it just retargets your base that really wants to be in tune with you. Those are the reasons why I have what I have. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Now, here are the determining factors that make it work: talent, quality, consistent endurance, and consistent frequency. Without dialing in on these factors, the reward will be minimal. Okay, so yes, I mean, talent is going to make this work, the quality of it, but the consistent endurance, that is the ability to keep making more content or keep showing up in places in the physical where you can make content so that you build that muscle, number one, and then people can see that and they say, oh, wow, they're really about their business. They about to blow. You see what I'm saying? That consistent endurance will in turn into a higher frequency of content. Okay. And that frequency is another muscle of actually getting the content posted. The more you post means the more CTAs, means the bigger you grow your fan base and the quicker you grow your fan base. Well, what about going viral? Going viral is all about relevancy. It's like hooking a big fish at the right time, in the right place, with the right lure for the fish's thinking pattern and hunger level. It's a lottery ticket, and nothing can prepare you for a viral moment based on yourself, due to the fact that relevancy is hard to target. It is. I'm just telling you. So quality service should be your go-to, and relevant content should be the bigger bet when you want to gamble and can afford to gamble. So it's hard sometimes when you're focused on yourself to make something or make a piece of content that is relevant to the larger general public, that isn't about you or that has to relate to you, right? So maybe something happened in the general public politically related and you feel bold enough to make a statement on it. That's now relevant content. And chances are it's going to go some type of viral in your community or beyond you, depending on how good the content was, depending on how much value that piece of content had. But if we're just making regular content, making something relevant or planning to make something relevant does not do really well in our case, because we're chasing, for my people who trade stocks, we're timing the market, and you don't want to do that. All you want to do is create great music, showcase who you are as an artist, and if something relevant comes by that you have something your point of view to say about it, then you say it and then boom, right? It'll make an impact, right? See, if we focus too much on ourselves and we don't actually give our point of view on the world, then people will be like, all right, cool, I got you. I know what you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like you want to take a bet on relevant content, but you can also stay relevant to the people by consistently posting. But that bigger bet is I'm going to make a viewpoint on the outside world. Anyway, I don't want to dig too deep in that rabbit hole. Let's keep going. Realistically, how much can you make? And that's saying how much can you make from actually doing this content? And it all depends on the quality of the product and how much people value it at the current time. It is what it is. I can't really say, I mean, people have to value what you do. Like, it has to be worth watching. Remember, some people don't have cable television. They just got an internet box and they watch YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. That's their TV all day. So they're stuck in it. That's all they do. And it's your job to put your content on the air. How long will it take? As long as it takes to reach your goal. In the midst of that journey, you will become better as an entertainer, artist, and content creator. Your heart shouldn't be set on time. It should be on servicing value. That way you can manage your thirst and panic levels. Okay. So if you don't worry about the time, but you remain consistent, and you have that consistent endurance, and you have that consistent frequency when it comes to posting, then it will all happen in due time, because the content begins to compound. If you uncover the value about what it is you do, and it's relevant to the people based on you, not the point of view of the world part. And then occasionally you gamble on the point of view of the world with relevancy related to the world, and you compound this content over time, it won't take you long to get the notoriety that you're seeking. All I'm going to say is this: your talent better back it up, because if you get known for your point of view outside of your talent, it's going to be very hard for you to get back on that talent, because this is your first taste of fame. And with that, you're going to lean towards what people already want, and the music is going to be over here. So you don't want to let that happen to you. You always want to make sure that music is tight. You want to make sure your artistry is tight. You want to make sure your performance is tight. You want to get in front of this camera and you want to practice and you want to rehearse and you want to entertain, because you're an entertainer. That's what you are. If you can't do that well in front of the camera, I promise you can't do that well on stage. You see what I'm saying? Because those are two different places, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So here's what you should do. Place a CTA in the first comment slot right after your content is posted. Say or give a CTA in the video. Place some type of evergreen or current CTA in your link in bio, and make sure you have a funnel system in place like ManyChat or one of your own. So here's my CTA. If you are a music creative or a new music executive who wants to build your record label or publishing company in 60 days or less, with a step-by-step foolproof process, then jump into my 60-day record label course beneath this video right now today. You'll gain the abilities to get real funding for your record label. You'll prevent yourself from getting contractually screwed in this game of the sauce out here. And then on top of that, you'll be able to collect all of your international and domestic record and publishing royalties without the middleman jumping in and getting that money out of your pockets. Jump to the link below to get started right now. But if you're skeptical and you say, hey man, that sounds too good to be true, grab my free guide, 10 ways to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with that download. That's my CTA. You just uncover all of this value and you got it. That's how it works. I gave you value. I asked you to check out something for free of mine or purchase something of mine. And now we're going to talk about your upside. Check it out. If you add these 4 steps to your content planning, you will create a contact list of people who care about you more than your regular followers. And you'll begin to see your super fans, who your super fans are, and you'll begin to understand how much potential cash flow is available to you at an instant. I promise you, once the emails come in, which people don't care about email lists for some reason, but that's only the artists who don't make money, because everybody else loves their email list. Hey man, it's like the first step to a community. It's like the baby step to a community. Community is like leveling up from weed to other more expensive things. Anyway, so let's talk about your downside here. If you keep making content the same way, you'll leave fans underserved and money on the table, stifling your career growth. So you'll be in a position of wondering, why is this not working, man? I keep making this content and it's just like, man, nothing is happening, dude. Like I'm making content, I'm not making sales. That's because A, you didn't tell anybody where to go get the stuff. And then B, when they got the stuff, you don't know what to do with the emails that you got. That's why I said you gotta have a goal for the information that you get and the money that you get. So now, if you were a little bit confused as to what was gonna happen at the end part of your marketing, now you know that a CTA will convert all of that hard work you've been doing with your content over into dollars and cents. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com. Check it out. Jump into the 60-day record label course. Grab the free stuff beneath this video. Book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com. Smash the like button. And guess what? I'll see you next time. Peace.